Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to repair this beautiful bracelet. It was a friend of mine's bracelet and she wanted me to fix it. And I just noticed that quite a few of the silver pieces have tarnished. They might be able to be cleaned up, but I did find some really beautiful metal beads at Michael's this week. So these are really pretty glass beads too. So I want to get similar size. So I'm just going to do a little drawing here to keep that size, the inner size. And then I'm just going to cut it. All right. I'm going to use a 1mm Stretch Magic bead cord. This is what I use usually. And I usually just take it around my wrist, make sure I've got quite a bit of extra, and then cut it, and then I'll start beading. I really liked some of these ones, and I hope she likes them too. All rebeaded. I know she loves hearts, but I'm not sure if I'm going to add that one to that. So let's just start here. I'll do one of those. I'm just going to alternate. These are gorgeous beads. They're glass and they're really pretty. So I think adding these new silver beads is really gonna make this stand out and make it look new again. How many of you have old beaded necklaces or bracelets that might need to be restrung? It's a great way to really add new life to an old piece of jewelry. So I'm just sort of doing a combination here. I'm not really alternating with these. I'm doing a little bit of a pattern. So all these supplies I got at Michael's in the city here. And I know this week they had a really good deal on beads. I think it was 60% off almost all their beads. So it's a great deal. Because if you bought beads before, they're not cheap. Especially when you want to get a nice variety. Yeah, so I like the look of that. See, I'm getting a little bit of a pattern going here. I'm doing double of the narrower ones and then singles after that with the round one. And some of her shapes were round too. And then she also had some flat ones coming up. So I've got a round one. So I'll just that's where the tie was there. Now beading is fairly easy, especially on a string stretch bead, a stretch bracelet like this, stretch cord. But the trick is in tying the knot. You want to make sure the knot is really secure so that it doesn't break off. Now I'm hoping, because these seem like they're a little bit wider than her other ones, hopefully it won't be too wide, but we'll take a look when it's finished. If it is too wide, you can always resize it. Try it on the owner and see if it's too big. You just have to cut it and restring it again, which is not always ideal, but if they're not in front of you and you're making it, sometimes it's hard to get it the exact size. So you can see you go through quite a few of these beads. But gosh, these are just gorgeous, these glass beads. I'm not sure where she got them, but they're really, really pretty. I also got these rainbow crystal beads, which I thought would be really pretty to do. Maybe I'd like to try a few little beaded handles for cell phones. I thought that would be really fun. Right, we're almost done here. Oops. Let's see if we got a few more of these. We might end up with a few of these extra beads. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what it looks like because I think some of these silver ones are a little bit bigger. All right, I'll do a couple more of these. So we're going to make this bracelet look brand new again. And I'm sure my friend will be very happy. All right, so let's take it around and see how big we're getting. Yeah, see, that's a little bit bigger than what it was, but I do pull it tight. So I'm going to remove, let's see, to keep this pattern the same. It's not going to be exactly the same, but let's remove this. And she's going to have a couple extra beads there. That's okay. And once I pull this, it does tighten a little bit. I kind of wanted to add a heart, but I don't think I'm going to. All right. So let's see if I get this tight. Yeah, I think it should be okay. I wouldn't mind putting another one of these in. Well, it's not going to be exactly the same pattern, but let's see. I really would like to add this in for the pattern. So let's just see what it looks like and how tight I can tie it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Speed here. All right. Yeah, that's great. Okay. So you can see it's a little bit bigger, but once I pull it tight, I think it's going to be the right size. So now what we want to do is take your ends and tie it really tight. Hold it with your finger, tie it again, and I go around twice. Okay, so then I take it around and I tie it this way, and I go twice around and pull it. And then I go the opposite way, twice around and pull it. And give it a nice tug. You can even do an extra one if you're unsure. But it should be, don't be afraid to pull it. It's pretty strong. I'm really giving it a tug there. Okay, so now let's see. Yeah, very close. Do you see once I pulled that, it got really tight? And look at how pretty. That's beautiful. I love the design. So now I'm going to take a little bit of glue. And you can use this multi-purpose glue. There's also a jewelry glue. This one works really well. And I'm just going to pull this apart. And without getting my fingers, I'm going to cover that knot completely in glue. There we go. You want to make sure it's completely covered. All right. Now it will slide into the bead there, so you won't even see that part. And then let it dry completely before you cut off the ends. We want to make sure it has a good secure hold And then we can cut off those little ends, and then her bracelet is done. So beautiful. Yeah, it's really pretty. I could even make her a matching, just a silver one, alternating with the silver beads, and I think that would be pretty. She did end up with a few, 2 little glass beads that were left over. So I will package all her extra beads up, and then she can do what she wants with them. But they could be used for something else. I could make a matching bracelet for this and maybe use a couple of these in there. I'll have to think about that. And I know she likes hearts too, so. But anyway, thanks for watching. That's how we restring a bracelet using the Stretch Magic clear. It's clear and flexible, stretchy string. And then your beads from Michaels. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.